Spending time this morning with this guy. It's Joel with For King and Country with his morning crew on his radio. Priceless, the movie. Dude, you're doing music.
Yeah.
You're on Chicago Med, the commercial on NBC, and now soon on the big screen. How cool is that?
Well, it's been a dream. You know, it's funny, Rob. There were two things growing up that were passions. It was music and movies. Luke and I, the brother just under me, we'd always done music together. And then the brother just above me, Ben, has a film company called Radiate Films, and he's a film director. And we always did short films together. And so we've had it in the back of our mind, man, we need to work. We need to find a message and a heart of a film that feels right and truthful and culturally relevant. And so obviously, as you are well aware, and some of your audience might not be, we have had this Priceless movement really since the inception of the band, where we have these necklaces and have Australian 1 cent coin on them. We talk about a woman's worth, and we sort of challenge us as men as a reminder to be chivalrous in how we love a woman. And so it just kind of was this beautiful crescendo of ideas. He had done a documentary, Ben that is, that really inspired part of this idea, and we took this Priceless movement idea and we put it into a movie. So there's we're still right in the throes of it, but today's a good day regarding the film as well. We have a little bit of an announcement that you're hearing exclusively on his radio.
And what's that?
Miss Allison, that is that we are releasing the first look teaser, so a 60-second teaser of the film. We've not released any footage to date, but we're releasing a first look teaser partially put to the tune of a song that we wrote just recently called Priceless as well. So this is going to be, naturally an exciting moment for us to give our supporters a gleam into what we've been doing the last few months.
Which is so cool. You get a look at it here at his radio as well. Being on the set of Priceless, I wonder if you felt like at any moment of time that you were just about to step into the set of The Office. Because you've got a dude from The Office that's one of the actors in Priceless.
It's too early, Rob.
I know, right?
I was like, connect those dots for me. I was like, this is a drama, love story. That's a comedy. Yes, you're right. David Koechner, you've done your research. It was in The Office, been in a slew of films with Steve Carell and Will Ferrell. It's kind of that whole team, and was really first class. He's a father of 5. Ironically, he plays kind of the older statesman, wise man in the film, and really there wasn't too many comedic moments for him at all. It was a pretty dramatic film for him, but he just, like, if you got, like, you think of Steve Carell, speaking of Steve Carell and Foxcatcher, or years ago you had, Robin Williams in Dead Poets Society. There's something about comedians when they're merged with more serious content that they end up really shining, and David Koechner in Priceless was no exception.
I'm so excited that you're releasing this clip because I've just been soaking up all the details from your Instagram account for the movie, and I want to know what it's all about. I saw that you have a stunt double, so there's got to be some action in this movie.
Yeah, we've been sort of labeling it a love story, drama, thriller. It's kind of all thrown into one. It's a story about a young man named James, who I play, who is a very conflicted man. He'd lost his wife. He kind of derailed his daughter. He couldn't look after his daughter, so he lost his daughter to his grandma. And he works at a lumberyard, simply put. And one particular day, trying to get his feet back under him, a friend comes to him and says, "Hey, here's $2,500 to drive a truck about 22 hours straight through." And so he sort of reluctantly agrees, thinking kind of that there's a catch here somewhere. And midway through the trip, he makes a discovery as to what is in the back of that truck, and it just rocks him. And so I won't blow the cover of the film for you, but ultimately the rest of the film is him trying to undo his mistakes. And there's some pretty bad dudes that are after him to not allow him to do that.
And is it true you have an American accent in this movie?
It is true.
Can we hear a
You
little
know
bit?
what? Well, I don't know if you can hear it today. You're going to have to maybe wait for the 60-second previews. Well, so you can hear it today then. But because Alison, I had a dialect coach, a guy named by the name of Steve Corona, who was first class. He's worked with everyone from Helen Mirren to Gerard Butler, an English woman, and an Irishman. So he's had his work cut out for him, and he came out on the road with us for 5 days. He was on set with headphones on every day of the shoot, listening to my dialect. And really, I felt such a comfort under his care as an actor and trying to shake this wonky Australian accent thing.
What part of the country will you be from in the movie?
James is from Texas. He's a Texas boy. He's from Houston, though, so it's not quite as, hey man, how y'all doing? It's not that twangy. It's more general American.
Right, the Texas American.
That's right.
Because you're proud to be a Texan when you're from Texas.
Proud to be a Texan.
You mentioned earlier your brother Ben. What was it like working with your brother on the film since he directed it?
People throw this statement around lightly, but it was truly a dream come true. It was. I talked to him yesterday because we obviously in the edit and just seeing the film through, we've kept in touch, and he is my brother after all. But I said to him yesterday, I said, man, it's just a shame not seeing you as much, because what happens on set is we shot in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We shot for a little under a month, and you get thrown into life with, in this case, it was 77 crew. You get thrown into life for a month, 12 hours a day, and then it's over as quickly as it started. And so it's this real kind of jarring but really deeply connected time with people, and then it's done. So Ben and I have been reminiscing a little bit about obviously we've got the film to show for it as proof and as a memory of that time, but it's a little sad that it's over. We're looking forward to getting into the next one.
Yeah, and the movie is going to be coming out sometime next year in 2016.
Yes, towards the end. We're aiming towards the end of 2016. We just want to make sure that films are so much about awareness, from what I understand. We want to make sure everyone knows about it and has an opportunity to go see it in the theater. And so it will be out in 2016.
Joel from For King and Country and from the movie Priceless, thank you so much for the time this morning.
Man, as you know, Jim, Alison, Rob, you always do a first-class job, so I'm here whenever you need me.
Man, you have a great morning and happy Thanksgiving.
To you also. It's coming up fast.